So the reason that mind palaces, where you create a space in your mind, like a place or a house, and you put different memories in different rooms, why they work so well is because all of your neurons have a movement, spatial. You have motor neurons, and then you have different kinds of neurons, but they all have the ability to comprehend spatial information. So if you build a mind palace, this mental idea, you are creating a spatial map, an embedding space, which is basically a similar way to the way that large language models for AI works. It takes a bunch of data and it embeds it into a space. They're higher dimensional than the 3 dimensions, and they're kind of more abstract in that sense. But in our sense, we're making a 3 dimensional space inside your mind, and you're putting memories in it, and your brain's neurons, which the connections in your neurons, and I have ideas about where other places memories are stored in the fields, but conventional science is that your memories are stored in your neurons and the connections between them. And so if you're encoding that data in a spatial, it's like mnemonics. It's like why we put things to a song. You have 2 bits of information are a lot easier to remember. If you have a song for your thing that you're trying to remember, then you're going to remember it easier. If you have a spatial coordinate component in your mind, which your mind is already very well adapted to reasoning in 3 dimensional space, because we live in a 3 dimensional space, so it just puts the memories into a space, and it makes it easier for you to recall it because you're using more parts of your brain, and this is making a deeper imprint. Take that from someone who remembers most of, I mean, I don't know if photographic is the right term for my memory. I don't remember everything all the time, and it's not indexed by date. Like, I can't tell you what happened on May the 5th, 2005, but pretty much everything I've ever experienced is up here somewhere if I, like, dig deep enough to go find it. So that's the other thing, is like you can have memories but not remember that you have memories, because it's not just memories where they're stored themselves, it's the ability to get back to it. It's how come like your olfactory senses, again with the 2 different things making it easy to remember things, when you smell stuff you remember things, and it can trigger memories you didn't even know you had because it's going through a different pathway in your brain to trigger that memory. So like multimodal connections, and then you can get into synesthesia, and then you get into consciousness and my idea about how perception works. And I think all of reality is basically the interaction between observer and observed, but there is no real space is an illusion. It's all infinite potential at the higher dimensions. But before we get off into the weeds, that's why mind palaces work. They do work for most people, at least. I kind of use it like that. I envision data very spatially in my head. It's also higher dimensional. I'm a nerd. Anyways, it's a beautiful day. I hope your day is going great. I will see you in the next video. Bye.